places, same parties. Am I just a ghost at night? Too many street lights in this city. I'm missing our ocean side. I've been running, but I can't escape the feeling that I've been away for far too long. 'Cause there's something about our love that brings me peace of mind. Something special about the way our lives are intertwined. There's something about you that just leaves me mystified. Something pulling me to your heart, and I always want you by my side. Keep your body next to mine. New people, new places, we're the same. A moment frozen in time. Wish I could relive the day I met you and fall in love a second time. I could run, but I know I can't escape the feeling if I'm far away from you for too long. 'Cause there's something about our love that brings me peace of mind. Something special about the way our lives are intertwined. There's something about you that just leaves me mystified. Something pulling me to your heart, and I always want you by my side. Keep your body next to mine.
I pushed all the right buttons today, except the one thing I forgot to do was enable the timer. Luckily, setting up took longer than expected, so not having the timer was beneficial. But I also managed to accidentally initially go live in 720p, so I had to quickly stop and restart the stream there. So I'm just going to quickly bump down my bitrate because I don't need it that high. 5,000? 5,000 sounds good. Hi Root, how's it going? To answer your question, do you mean the Twitch app that supports BTTV or some other BTTV branded app? Because I know someone made a fork or like decompiled the Twitch app, added BTTV, and then distributes that on Android. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I have my actual OBS set up here in a config folder. Then I'm going to load in beta 2. And while it copies, I'm going to put on some music in the background. Now, does Approaching Nirvana have a new album, or is it just singles? Just singles. Okay. That's okay. I don't care about joining more Discord groups. But in general, BTTV does not add enough for me to want to install a second Twitch app on my phone or any other secondary app. I don't watch Twitch on my phone enough for that to matter. Oh, did it double tweet? No, it didn't. Excellent. Actually, that's the intro song, isn't it? Let's skip that one. And let's put the now playing. Is that the now playing? Yeah. How neat is that? Now, do I have a hotkey for that? Because I know I have hotkeys for things. Plus. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm watching Twitch, I'm either watching it on my computer or on my Android TV. Now, there are a couple of weird things I ran into. Oh no, I opened it too early. I didn't realize the copy was still going. That's gonna make it unhappy. I've made a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I might crash my computer. I forgot that was the... Nope, I need to cancel all of these things. Hold on. Okay. I think we're safe. Basically, I need to not copy that one. Let's copy my production one directly. So, OBS 27.2 is in beta. We're doing something different, where instead of going straight to release candidate, we're actually doing beta first, which will allow us to add new features as we go, and make bigger changes, because it's more reflective of what we do during our previously named release candidate phase. But the features that are listed on the left side of my screen are pretty much the big things that we're excited for. Oh, I need to update my New Year's countdown. 29? Alright, New York in 50 minutes. Excellent. So the big ones are AGA devices, both input and output, very similar to the DeckLink support that we have. Source blending, which I expect to be a big favorite among people who have previously used Photoshop and stuff like that. Basically, it allows you to blend sources together. Support for 2 different AV1 encoders. Now, in my experience, AOM works really well, especially on AMD hardware. And it's very efficient, surprisingly so. So if you're interested in trying out AV1, definitely try AOM. If you're on Intel, SVT apparently tends to be better because it's made by... It's developed by Intel. Hotkey duplicate detection and filter search. Actually really neat, but needs some work. Essentially, when you open the hotkeys screen, you can type... it'll show a little warning icon if you are using the same hotkey in 2 locations. It won't stop you from doing so. It'll just let you know. And you can filter your search results rather than by name of a source, instead by actual key combinations, so that you can go, hey, show me everything that uses Control A. What else? Flatpak support for Linux. The Flatpak is very exciting. Unfortunately, I think I broke Flatpak, or at least OBS on my... Flatpak OBS specifically on my NUC. We'll try and fix that today on stream. But basically it means that we can ship for all distros rather than just Ubuntu. We'll still keep the PPA around for Ubuntu specifically, and that'll be the recommended build on Ubuntu purely because the way GNOME software works on there is disgusting. Basically, they use the Snap version of the GNOME software, which means you can't add something like Flatpak to it. You have to install the non-Snap version of GNOME software and then add the Flatpak, and that'll work. Which I've done. It's not a good experience. I wouldn't recommend it. So if you're on Ubuntu, your best bet continues to be the PPA. We updated Chromium and Ceph from 75 on Windows and like 79 on macOS and 82 on Linux, something like that. They're now all 95 across the board. I think the music's still a bit too loud. Which is really exciting. I actually have I want to say a spreadsheet. Yes, let's open that. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, this week has been I've lost track of time multiple times this week, which actually has been really nice. Throughout last year, because we were in lockdown, because I was working from home, I reached the point where I was like, you know what? I just need to, take breaks more often. So what I've been doing is every 2 to 3 months, I take a week off work. Basically, whenever there's a public holiday, rather than just taking the one day off, or if it's a Tuesday public holiday, also taking the Monday off, I just take the whole week off. I don't think it's been as much help for my mental health as I thought it would be, but it's so much better than just working non-stop. And like, I've got annual leave, I might as well use it, right? Outside of that, yeah, I'm doing well. Hey, Silash. How's it going? Welcome. Alright, that's all finished loading. So, in terms of Ceph, which we have down here, when it comes down to it, the Google documentation lists 600-ish new features between Chrome 76 and 95. No, actually, how do we count rows in this? Because I have rows filtered. How do I... Quick analysis. Totals count. Okay, 400 new features-ish. Oh yeah. So yeah, roughly 400 new features by updating Chrome. Now, my goal originally was to use Beta 2 today. Unfortunately, I found like 3 issues specifically related to my setup that broke. So we're going to look into that today. That's why I was copying over my config. We also added wrist output support and a bunch of other little stuff. Now, let's see if I can pull up NUC, and we will try the Flatpak again. Here's my question. It'd help if I could type. Is there a command to basically like list installed apps? Cool. Flatpak. List installed apps is just list. Alright, Alright, we're going to uninstall all of the KDE stuff. Proceed with these changes, yes. Yeah, that's frustrating, Root. It's something that I'm glad that people are talking about more. It's unfortunate that we're talking about it because it's so prevalent, because we all work too much, because everyone's, you know, gone through shit, especially over the past couple of years. Okay, it didn't uninstall half of the stuff I wanted it to. org.kde. What if I just tell it uninstall all the things that you have through Flatpak? What if I just do org? Sure. Yes. Yeah. Anxiety, stress. Alright, those three it won't let me uninstall. So let's see what happens if we do flatpak install com obs project.studio. So I'm going to install the beta. And it's going to ask us beta or master, which should get fixed. But for now, we just want beta. Yes, please install it. It'll install all the things I just uninstalled, which is correct. Now, here's the really frustrating, weird thing. If I SSH in, when it does this, it bugs me for my password on each item in this list. But if I do it, you know, on system, it's fine. All right, 40 minutes before New York and a good chunk of the US hits New Year's. I really like this UI that Flatpak gives you. It's fun. Like, it even tells you, hey, this is how much we've installed of each of them and how it's progressing. And there's a little indicator on the left. Now, obviously, ideally, you should be using GNOME software. So if we open this up and I search for OBS Studio, then we choose FlatHub Beta, Branch Beta. So you'll see here, this has the new logo, which is good. We need to update the screenshot at some stage. But it says here 2720 Beta 2. And that the download size is 189 meg. And then these reviews are mixed from Snap and FlatHub, which is weird. All right, OBS is now installing from the beta branch. Okay, final step of installing. Cool. So now, here's the first bug that I would like to try and fix today. Have a look at that logo. Something's funky here. I'm unsure why. FlatHub Beta. Weird. Alright. But basically all the FlatHub installations do that. So here we have Okay. So that did fix it. Hold on. So I fixed the weird theme issue I was having by uninstalling all of the dependencies and reinstalling them. Good to know. That is useful information. So you can see here, this browser source is actually above the white color source, but because of blend modes, it actually filters through. How neat is that? And it is running the latest browser. If we go interact, you can actually see here. Chromium 95.04638. It has some new media handler stuff that I'm excited to experiment with, but we don't actually ship it. Oh, good job, Andersama. Yeah. So that actually launches now, which is great. And this, because actually, let me see if I can show you. So this enables VA API. It installs some GTK theme. And so if I actually go in here and I go stream, no, output. I only have X264 there, but here we have VA API, which works on Intel, and it also does save changes, no. It also enables NVENC on NVIDIA GPUs, which is nice. So, good news is that all works. And I verified that reinstalling all the packages fixed the theme, so let me quickly document that. Alright, so this is what my OBS setup looks like that I'm using to chat to you guys. Now, the first weird thing was whenever I was updating the New Year's countdown, let's see if this works here. If I hit 28, what was happening is these browser docs down here were restarting. No? So I don't know how I was crashing the browser docs, but that's a thing that was happening. Okay, so I'll save that for later. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to actually verify some of the bugs other people have reported. So I'm going to pull up our bug tracker. Preview program text and scene names are not centered in the 18 scene multi-view. That's an easy one to verify. So let's do that. Let's start simple. View, multi-view. No, I need to enable the 18 scene multi-view first. 18. View, windowed multi-view. Alright, it's centered on preview program for me. I guess not. If we grab half, that's definitely off center. Okay, well we can confirm that that is an issue. I think 18 scene multi-view is new. Let's find out. Yeah, it was off-center in the original PR as well. April merged in 27.1. So it was like that in 27.1. Let's check in 27.13. So, we need to enable 18 scene multi-view. 18 scenes. View, multi-view. Okay, well the good news is this was not introduced in in 27.2, but cool. Now, Python scripting. I'm actually confused why Python scripting is behaving the way it is on macOS, so we're actually going to have to downgrade my OBS on Mac. Now, I don't think I have all my production builds ready to go on Mac, but let's find out. Production builds macOS. You know what we're going to do here? You find a window. Let's go to documents. Okay. I have a Mac Mini purely for OBS testing. That's why there's an OBS wallpaper on it. I don't use it full time. I don't even have a real monitor attached. I'm literally using a program called Better Dummy because a physical dummy did not allow me to change the resolution. I fought it for like half a day and tried like 9 different tools. And at the end of the day, Better Dummy was the only way to set a 21:9 resolution. So that when I remote into it, I get my full screen. Whereas on Linux, it's 2x random commands. Actually, I can show you. If I go in here and I go terminal nuck. Let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. So if we log in here. Yeah, better dummy is fantastic. Dot profile. Yeah, here we go. X-Randa, new mode, 3440 by 1440, 60 FPS. Add mode to DisplayPort 1, which I don't know why it's DisplayPort 1. It is a HDMI port, but that is the way it's reported on the NUC. And that literally enables 21:9 on Linux. Whereas on macOS, if you want to use a custom resolution on an existing monitor, not going to happen. If you're just remoting into it and want a custom resolution, Better Dummy is the only way to do it. And this is still preparing to copy. All right, half an hour for New York. But yeah, you basically go in and you're like, in the case of 21:9, you have to actually choose 21.5:9. And then it gives you a whole drop down, and you can, the low resolution section are the standard DPI. So you can see there's 3440 by 1440. and there's also high DPI. So if I click this one, and it just classifies them as high DPI resolutions. If I choose 3440 by 1440, high DPI, then everything becomes huge. And if we full screen this, where's the button? Scale automatically. I don't need it to be running at that resolution. I don't need high DPI. I actually have a feeling, yeah. In high DPI, this is what it looks like trying to remote into it. So we're going to go back to the standard resolution. 3440 by 1440. And sometimes I use VNC Viewer by Real VNC, I think. And I basically use the built-in macOS, what is it, remote or something. My biggest issue with it is I think that if you're not connecting from another Mac, the built-in remote access, what do they call it? Sharing? Screen sharing. The built-in macOS screen sharing is laggy for any client that is not macOS. So I wouldn't mind looking for an alternative. Because watch, if I move this window around, you can see that it's... sometimes it jumps, sometimes it doesn't print properly. If I'm switching windows quickly, hang on, let's see if I... Okay. Yeah, there we go. If I move this one around, you can actually see it stuttering. Yeah. It's specific to that because check this out, right? I have the NUC set up the same way. I use the native Linux VNC server. So if I go settings and I search for sharing, screen sharing is active, right? As a password, will allow connections to control this screen. If I move this window, there's no screen tearing, there's no lag. If I switch between windows quickly, everything's fine. Both of these devices are hooked up to the same network switch. They have the exact same configuration. They're both using their own native screen sharing capabilities, and I'm using the exact same client with the exact same settings. Yeah, VNC Viewer by Real VNC is what I'm using. The Mac just is laggy as hell. It's laggy in the sense that it's not like instant. There is latency involved, and that's expected with VNC. VNC is not 100% real time. It's not designed for performance. It's designed for, I need to get something done on this. But the Mac, you can properly feel the lag and see it. And sometimes it just doesn't fully refresh the view, and you end up having to disconnect and reconnect anyway. All right, so we were going to look at Python. How's that copy going? All that talk, and I don't think it's finished copying. Yeah, there we go. 9 minutes to copy 5 gig. Actually, let's see. Did I close terminal? Is that what happened? I almost got it right. Alright. Let's see, how are we looking for network transfer? 8 megabits. It's a gigabit connection between the two. I wonder if it's because it's an NFS share. Yeah, BPyTop is very pretty. I'm unsure why both download and upload are being used. Oh, there we go. It said 50 megabit there for a second. I guess the reason why it's so slow... I'm just going to resize this and pop it back up here. I bet the reason it's slow is because OBS or .app files on macOS are just folders. So it's copying a bunch of smaller files. And do I have file sharing set up? Do I have a Samba share for the Mac? Yes, I do. Cool. So let's map this to M. Because I have Nuck here, but I don't have that guy. Excuse me. File sharing. Yes, I have permission. Nah, it's an SSD for sure. Storage. It's flash. It's an M1 Mini. They just call it hard drive. Okay, so better question. Don't use different credentials. Will that just work? Yes, it will. Cool. Apparently not, no. Although I am running... a slightly older version of macOS. I'm running 11.6, which I think the latest is 11.8. No, 12.1 is the latest. So I purposefully have not updated from Big Sur because I know it behaves weirdly with OBS, and because this machine is purely for OBS testing, and I do not specifically need to test anything on that newer OS just yet, I'm happy using the older one for now. So let's see. Yeah, the way these work, right? So here's OBS app from OBS 016. There's a contents folder. Actually, we can do a whiz tree on this, can't we? Where's whiz tree? So 69 meg of it is under resources. So I have all these dy libs. Yeah, something like that. So the really old version is is 76 meg with 1,200 files. If we look at a newer OBS version, such as it hasn't copied 27.0 fully yet, or I haven't installed it. So let's try this one, WizTree. So we go from 1,400 files, or 1,500 files of 76 meg, to 2,400 files, 350 meg. It's a bunch of smaller files. It's not a big deal. I do need to line it up with my Windows builds though, because on Windows, production builds, $1702. Did we not have a 17 of? Now these are old builds. If we're talking 016, we're talking 2016. Did we really not have a 017? Oh no, wait, there's 017. It did copy. 1718 is what we're looking for. It was 18. '19, 1901, 1900, 18. 1802 was a Windows hotfix. 1801. There we go. Oh, it did. It's just copying them in a random order. That's why. I should just wait for it to finish copying. Then any of the folders that are missing, we can... Okay, it's finished. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 20.1? 20.1. .1. That one doesn't even have any files. Windows only. Did we really only release hotfixes for Windows that time? That's funny. Yeah, 20.1. Cool. Oh, that's rude. I have to just... Fine. I thought I was making it easier for myself. I made it harder for myself instead. How typical of me is that? Cool. CM, documents, production builds, 20.1. I don't need siphon inject. Unfortunately, we don't do any regression testing. It's more if someone reports a bug and we need to figure out when it happened. Pacifist. Is that a... Cool. That does sound nice. Is Mac Update a safe website? Also, it's $20. Yeah. This is one of those things where it's like, why does macOS make it hard? This doesn't need to be complicated. I don't think I have OBS installed anymore. Alright, I'll just install the old one then. Fine. It's so funny that just like Windows has all sorts of different like types of installers, technically macOS does too. Yeah. I mean, we could find an alternative. What was it called? Pacifist. They've got one alternative. It's called Suspicious Package. Oh, the website isn't suspiciouspackage.com. Aw. That would have been funny. Mother's Ruin. It's the only website. It's the only app they make, though. I am entertained, at least. This is funny. Yeah. Download Suspicious Package. Someone's a genius. Someone at marketing had fun with that. Alright. Oh, that just created a shortcut. I don't want to create a shortcut. I want to actually... That's a copy, right? Please tell me that's a copy. I guess I'll find out using this guy. Yeah, cool. Okay. So 20.1 we now have. Come on, is my suspicious package ready? Is it ready for collection? Did it? This is the thing I don't like. Okay, so I downloaded the DMG. Did it open? I'm assuming not, because it doesn't look to be mounted. Yeah, so you have these installers, which are the DMGs, right? Which even then, this is a really... And then once you've done this... Okay, maybe you can answer this question for me. Once I've done this, do I actually have to go into applications and then open Suspicious Package? Or do I... Because if I double click it on here, it's just going to open it from the context of this installer. Yeah, but that's still opening applications. It's just doing it a different way. I also love how sometimes the cursor freaks out and it's the wrong one. Some installer packages may be missing due to macOS folder privacy settings fix. Yeah. Yes. Okay. 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 Okay, so these are not buttons. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to desktop. I'm going to pop this file in there and see if this will make my job easier. I've double clicked it. Let's see what we get. Signed by Hugh, all files. Okay, so it is in there. And I can just drag it out. Even better. Okay, suspicious package is actually not bad. That was easy. Cool. So, let's see if we're missing any more. And if we are, and the album just finished, so let me quickly change albums here. Cinematic Soundscapes Volume 2. What does clean up mean? It just means line up? Who decided the button should be called clean up? Ah, 7 minutes until New Year's in New York. New Year's in New York. What am I doing here? I am comparing folders. Cool. Mac. Documents, production builds. So we now have 20.1. 21.0. 21.0. 21.1. Aha, we don't have 21.1. I should be. Hang on, let's check. Do I have? Yeah. It'll be a few hours, but yes. I definitely plan on being here for Cali New Year's. So we're looking for OBS Studio 21.1. No, I mean, I'm checking myself because I haven't memorized the time zones for at least 3 or 4 years, yeah. 21.1.1 is a Mac OS release. 21.1.2 is a Windows release. So 21.1.1. Hey Sonic, good to see you. I hope your new year started off well. That's where daylight savings comes to screw you. Okay, let's open suspicious package. 21.1. Nope. I need to go into the correct folder. 21.1.1. Why is it a .export item? There we go. Nice! That makes this so much easier. Don't have to run a bunch of really legacy installers. Nice. Clean up. Cool. What? OBS app for 21.1.1, and we continue. 22.0, 23.0, 23.1, 23.2, 24.0, 25.0. Cool. 26.0. 26.1. Cool. And then we go into the 27s. Nah, this is a one-time thing. I think 27.0 was 6. Embedded? Yeah, I mean, I'm doing a front-end web dev for an embedded company. But it's starting to get boring because I've now been doing the same thing for 4 years. 27.1, 27.1. Right, we're looking for 27.0. Okay, 27.01 was the latest. I misremembered. 27.01. Cool. Then for 27.1, 0.3, I wonder. 27.1.3. Oh, my bitrate just went to poop. And it hit 0. Alright, we should be back. Not sure why. DMG files are so much easier to manipulate. They don't need suspicious package. And then after that, we will download betas 1 and 2. Yeah, no, not computer. I don't know if it's internet. I don't know if it's routing. I don't know if it's because I have... Let's see. Let's open my OBS settings. I have a feeling it's this network optimizations toggle. So all I've got to do is turn that off before I stream next time. I have a feeling that's it. Alright. So, how have I labeled these? 27.2 beta. 27.2 beta 2. So, beta is this one. Now, when did we introduce Python scripting? 21. Okay. I needed to know the exact version because I need to check how that behaved compared to how the newer ones behave. So while we wait, as list 21 0. Happy New Year! Oh my god, I was not paying attention. Happy New Year to New York and most of the East Coast. I really was not paying attention. Did my internet drop out on the dot? Is that what happened? 30. There we go. Next is CST, including Chicago. Okay. So this is OBS 2103. So we're going to go to Tools. We're going to go to Scripts. Notice how there's no Python tab. I'm going to quickly open a Python script. This is supposed to default to somewhere, not here. What is this? 2103. Am I just gonna have to... Fine, I'll do them. Show settings folder. Actually, if I just do it in Windows, if I go Tools, Scripts, and I go Open, I just need one of you. So if we go here and we go production build, oh, there we go. Now it opened in the right folder. But the Python script is unavailable. Interesting. So we didn't have Python scripting in 2103 on Mac. 21.1.1. Oh, Silash, have you ever seen this really fun quirk? If you download an app file from the web and double-click it, it will give you these options: move to bin and cancel. But if you right-click open, it'll give you an extra button: open. So unnecessary. But that's Apple for you. Nothing happened. I don't know if it's crashing. Okay, 21.1.1. Tools, Scripts, Open. No Python scripting in 21.1. Actually, we can find out. Tools, log files, view current log. What have you got? This has provided me with zero insight. Oh, I should install VLC. That would be worth doing. Do I not have VLC installed on here? I do. Maybe it's too old. Alright, so 21.1 didn't have macOS Python. .2.0. Now while that boots, I have to make sure I copy beta 2 across. Alright, 22.03. Aha! So 22.03 had a Python install path on Mac. Cool. And how did this complain about Python? Looking for Python 3.6, can't find it. And therefore you have to specify yourself. Okay. That's Python 3.9. Interesting. Alright, so now if we load Python in 27.2 beta 2, I don't have permission to open this. That's funny. How do I adjust permissions on a file in macOS? Sharing and permissions? Wizard Sam read and write. Cool. I have permission to read and write. I'm the user that copied this. Oh, that's rude. Fine. Downloads. It's beta 2. I don't have beta 1 on here. Nothing works the way you'd expect it to. Don't you love it? Did I just not download beta 1 on Mac? Before now? How weird. So that's beta 2. We can get rid of that guy. Beta 2. So, scripts. Yes. Cool. Then, can I type in this box? No. How do I... If I want to go to a specific location. Because I know Python is in Homebrew. But how do I... System? Volumes? No. Okay, system. Like, how do I get to this fake location in this real... Or the other way around. How do I get to this real location in this fake file system? Library? How do I open this location in this right folder? Okay, it's an alias, but to where? Python 3.9. Show original. Where are you? Okay, yeah, you point to opt homebrew anyway. This is where I get stuck on the really obvious stuff on Mac, where I'm like, I just... Like, the original is in this path. Why can't I browse to this path on this thing? What's the point of recents if it doesn't show recent? Can I just... like... Here, open this file. Huh. I can't even open any of these. Do I just point it to this... to this bin? I think so. No, let's point it to the actual... secret bin. Alright. Python's in bin, okay? Tools, scripts, no properties available. Python did not get recognized from there. Alright. Hey, Tim. Oh, why didn't anyone tell me I still had the fireworks on? That's rude. It was not intentional. Okay. Tools, scripts. Whoops. Python. Reload. No? Nothing? Didn't work? I'm so mad. Whoever decided on the existence of macOS, I don't like you. Documents 27 beta 2. Alright, let's see what this log file tells me. View current log. What can you tell me? Why is this font size so small too? Lib Python 3.9 dylib. Oh, that's also an alias. Where are you going? Show original. Oh, just there. You would dylib? Yeah. Deal open. Opt homebrew Python 3.9. Frameworks. Image not found. Could not open library. Opt homebrew. Bin. Oh. What's the up button on macOS? If I want to go up from the current directory, is that a thing I can do? Enclosing folder, I see. So I just need to go... I'm pointing it at the wrong thing. No, the key combination is Command up. Backspace is the delete key. Like on macOS keyboards, backspace is literally labeled delete. Easy to confuse the two, I'm sure. So we need to better explain current /lib/python 3.9. Yeah, okay, so that is in the correct location now. So if I do that again, still no properties available. That's not a good sign. Ah, wrong architecture. Right, because this Python 3.9 is ARM and I'm running... That explains it. OBS is currently not ARM. So, what that tells me is if I run my native one... I think that's in Documents too, right? No, it's not. It's in OBS Studio, Build... No? Where's that? Wait. Why is there a build directory in the build directory? Can't believe you've done this. Oh, I deleted the debug OBS in here. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, we'll just have to let Xcode rebuild it. Also, how do I switch between debug and release in Xcode? I couldn't find the actual how to do that. Right, let's just build this anyway. Yes. Does this just have it working out of the box? Yeah, it does. I didn't even have to... Oh, it's just... Okay. Remember that setting. So, that does work. There's got to be a nicer way of doing that. What's in here?
Come with me. Believe me. Breathe. Escape.
What is Python Launcher?
Come with me. I won't leave you behind.
I almost wonder if we should use the...
Is this just a dream?
Alright, you know what we're going to do? For this browse button. This is why I have to learn Xcode. Where's the file browser? Is that what these tabs are? So what we need is window basic scripting. So if we go under scripting and we go... Does that actually have... That's just... Okay. No, we need the UI. Front end, OBS, source files, window basic. Is the scripting window not in here? Well, now I have to do it in VS Code. Front-end tools, scripts. I see. Front-end tools, source files, scripts. Cool. So... Python UI. Ah, yeah, okay. If Python is found and we're on Windows or Mac OS, I see. Python settings, install path, arch name. Actually, that's a question then. We're half an hour away for CST. If I go here and I go scripts, this still says 64-bit. That's wrong. That needs to say ARM64. Or Apple, or M1 or something. Oh, haha. Is this going to autocomplete for me at all? No. Okay, so let's add that to my to-do. Then I'm going to pop over here. No, not how it compiles. This is purely how it displays in the UI. And because ARM is 64-bit, well, it's 64-bit technically, yeah. That doesn't make it clear that this one, whether this one's for 64-bit Intel / AMD or ARM. So we're looking for hash define arch name. So that's the first part, but the part we actually care about Python label text. Yeah, this just disables the tab. Properties view. So we're looking for Python path. We're looking for the Python path button. So we're looking for browse, really. Add scripts. No. On Python path browse clicked. Select directory, Python path label text. If it's empty, attempt to load scripting. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do this through We're gonna have to browse this on Windows so that I properly understand how this works. Scripts.ui. Python path browse. Q push button. String browse path lib. Property text browse. Oh, this doesn't do anything special. So Python path browse. Clicked. Select directory. So this is for select directory. Cool. Q font, Q color, don't use native dialog. Q, what's it labeled as? Q file dialog. Do we pass any options to this thing? No. Alright. Well, let's see how this works. Let's see if this does what we want. No, I'm just trying to disable the native dialog to see if that'll give us a better experience trying to find Python on macOS. If we go scripts, and we go Python settings, and we go browse, this is the Qt file picker. So if I go computer, no, it's not any better. The icons are worse, but overall it's not better. Oh, but there is an opt folder here, and then I can go opt homebrew, and I can go bin empty. Oh, Python framework versions. I can go current. Yeah, okay. So that is better. If you want to use the homebrew version of Python. But if you want the native version of Python, There's also no clear button, so I can't tell it, hey. Show settings folder. Where's my global file? Yeah, see, this just says path 64-bit, which is wrong. It needs to be ARM versus normal. Alright. Can I remap my buttons here? To emulate command, Alt or Win. Opt is Alt R. But that's not what I'm seeing. It says Alt or Win. Yeah, I want to remap. So the remapping has to be done on the server side? Ah. So this is the fault of macOS screen sharing. Alright, let's try switching this and see if it performs better anyway. "23 minutes to go. It's 27 degrees in here, according to my thing, but it doesn't feel that way, you know? I just hope it uses a different port number. I've apparently confused it by... I have no idea if that's my password. Alright, we're gonna have to quickly... Don't mind me. Real VNC. Oh, it's the other one, okay. Yeah. Give me a verification code. That is not the right app. I don't need a train right now, thanks phone. So what's everyone up to? Real VNC. Don't you love opening your two-factor app and... Whoops. That's fine. That's fine. I think I confused it. There we go. Okay, what port number is Real VNC server running on? Do you want to... yes. Yes, sir. Options. I like how this dialogue basically recreates the TeamViewer one. Standard user. That's fine. Connections. Alright, do I just have to go in here and go... That's team. Refresh. It's not even listed. There we go. Alright, let's see if this remaps the buttons correctly. If it works at all. Right? I have a feeling because I don't have a real monitor plugged in, that's not going to work. Ah, I have to give it permission first. That's funny. macOS, you're too aggressive. VNC agent. Screen recording. VNC agent. Is that everything? Can I connect now? Oh, I can see my screen now. That is much less laggy. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's no screen tearing. It's so much smoother. Cool. So, note to self, Real VNC is better. Cool. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into VNC viewer. We're going to move macOS into defunct. And we're going to move this guy to main. we're going to remove. Hey, Tommy. Good to see you. Happy New Year's. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so next... the buttons are still mapped incorrectly, but... now we go into Expert, and we go into... oh, I've lost it. I have actually lost the tab that I had open that would tell me how to do this. Tommy, you weren't able to get Python scripting working in Windows ARM, right? Because I noticed a design flaw that we're going to have to fix when we do enable that. Okay. Extended cars. Super L is Windows. And then left Opt key. I want to switch to Alt L. Okay, so if I do Alt F. Okay. Okay, because, let me see if I can pull this up. When we tell the user which version of Python they need on the Python settings tab, right now this string that says 64-bit just checks the architecture, not the actual ARM versus not. So it's very confusing as an ARM user opening this and seeing 64-bit. And in the case of macOS at least, because it can run x86 64 in a container of sorts, and you also have native M1. So I have a feeling the same will occur on Windows, where even though you're on ARM, it'll just say 64-bit. And because there's no, like, information that's given to you, so when we enable Python there, we'll have to keep that in mind. So I've remapped it so that the Windows key is Control, which is not quite what I intended, because Super L is the Windows key. Oh, no. Yeah. Arch bits just grabs whether it's 64-bit or not whether it's ARM or... Yeah. But I also don't know where it pulls from. I think the compiler just gives us that value. Actually, let's find out. So for me, this expands to 64. Yeah, Arch bits is what we use ourselves. Like we generate it using platform util. So I don't know if there's a more suitable... Because this is defined in min-win-def. Win32 is. Win32 defines Win32 automatically, but Macintosh doesn't. So if we're using Win32 functions, we must do it here. Yeah. Yeah, the Win32 is fine. My point is that in here, if Apple is defined, we just put 64, no matter what. And on Windows, we still just put 64-bit. When in actuality, the user might be running ARM. So this could be ARM64, right? But this code currently doesn't differentiate. It just knows 64-bit's existence. Anyway, it's a tangent. Yeah, they ditched it long ago. And they're ditching standard 64-bit too. So, I am stuck because map or swap keyboard keys. Specify a comma-separated list of key sims, prefixed by 0x and separated by that to map or swap. So, what I need to do here is I need to go keycode.info. 10 minutes before CST hits. Okay, so if I hit control, nothing happens. Control isn't even passed. Well, that explains things. Arch bits is defined in util/platform.h. libobs/util/platform.h. It's arch_bits with an S, so it's plural. Pass special keys directly to VNC server. Send key events, send volume keys. Yes, all of these are true. I always forget what they call it, screencast mode. All right. So Alt-C, so that is the correct Alt button. So Alt is correct. So Opt goes to Alt, that's fine. Command, what is extended chars? I don't use Alt Pro anyway. So, how do we remap? Yes, the arch bit's definition is fine. The part that I don't know how to change is how to express to the user whether we're running ARM or not. So that when you go to Tools and then Scripting in OBS, on the Python tab, this should tell you whether it's, what is it? ARM64 or not. I think the util is fine. I'm more worried about scripts.c. Because Python isn't pre-installed on Windows. We've got 4 minutes for CST time zone. Remap keys. This may be useful if VNC viewer computer keyboards are likely to be different. No, mix and match doesn't work. It'll actually tell you. Let me do this. If I open my documents here, I go to OBS 27.2, which this is the Intel OBS, right? If I go in here and I go scripts, actually, let me pop this in here for a sec. If I go log files, view current log. Currently, this tells me it couldn't find Python, right? So then we go Python. Fine, I need to tell it where Python is. That's not a problem. We can do that, right? So we go here, we go Python. And we know this has Python. So we want to go in closing folder. So we want Python 3.9. And now it should say, no? Is that not the right folder? Ah, no, it's not. I have to go bin, Python 3.9, show original. Okay. So if we go here, and I tell it this folder, current, right? So this points to the Python framework. And now if I refresh this, then this will tell me it found it, but it's the wrong architecture. So on macOS at least, if you're running, and I can show you here in Activity Monitor, if you're running the Intel OBS, and Python is the Apple variant, the ARM version, dylib, which is the library loader for macOS, will tell you it's the wrong architecture. It'll say it's valid and it found it, but it's the wrong architecture. I don't know if that will happen on Windows. I'm trying to find the how to determine the key codes, but it decided to give me a key code generator, which is not what I'm looking for. Happy New Year to CST. Fireworks right there. Map or swap keyboard keys. Specify a comma-separated list of keysims. Okay, so if we're looking for Control L. So if we go Options, and we want prefixed by 0x and separated by this, so we want to separate you, we want to swap Control with That's not even the right window, is it? No, because the window is on Windows. Meta L. So that should swap. Apply that. So now if we go to VS Code, that did not swap them, but if I disconnect and reconnect, will that fix it? And is there a remap keys here? I lost it. Okay, well that didn't remap the keys correctly. I have no way of knowing if I'm remapping the correct keys. Zero x40 is supposed to be at 0x22 is quotes. Alright, so countdown. Next is Mountain Time, I think? Yes, MST. 55 minutes to go. There we go. I've accidentally mapped all three of these to control. I no longer have alt. Command, I no longer have actual control. So if I do alt on both of these, trust none of them. Okay. Hey Luna, Happy New Year to you. I know it's about 6 minutes too late, but I kept the fireworks going. Hope your night's going well, even after all those losses in Overwatch. So what were the defaults? reset this to default, reset this to default. Control C, Windows key C, Alt C. Okay, so now they're all wrong. Okay, so we've got FFE3 working. Left control is correctly mapped to FFE7, which is Meta L. So next we need to map Meta L, which is the Windows key. Do we need to map that to anything? I suppose we do. And we need to map Alt L to Super L, maybe? We'll find out. Super L is this one. No, that didn't change anything. You don't know how much of a game changer being able to press Control and getting Command is. Okay, none of these are working. Do I have to do these in a different order? Is that what's going on here? No. So there's Control L, Meta L, Alt L, and Super L. FFEB, FFE9. So Meta is Command. So I'm mapping control, the physical control key. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? This is, the album is called Notes. It's by Approaching Nirvana. It's from 2015. I'm a fan of Rainbow Notes, which is the 7th track. And also, where is it? Pizza Song, which is the 2nd track. So we're mapping FFEB, which is Super L, to FFE9, which is Alt. What's the bet that
No?
what's the bet that these aren't even doing anything?
No?
I think I broke it. Okay, so that's Alt Grow, I think. I need a... I just need a high resolution photo of your keyboard.
No?
Yeah, zoom is Command plus. Well, this did not answer the question I had. Super L is a Windows key. So I need to remap Super L, which is FEB. Let's remap it to something really dumb. Like Shift. Let's see if that even works. No, even that doesn't work. Now I've remapped it to... Oh. That just doesn't work anymore. So Command C works, Alt works. So I think these key codes are wrong. FFE9 is not what it appears to be. Hey! Hi, Brendan. Welcome. 27.2's going okay. We have quite a few bugs that I have had trouble tracking down. The good news is I can actually mark off the Python one. Because that is not correct. Because it's not broken, it's just not reading the Python installed on that user's computer correctly. Essentially, we've released beta 2, which I have 27.1.3 open here for some reason. Let's open beta 2. I personally am currently running 27.1.3 because 27.2 was not working correctly with my setup. I'm not quite sure why. I was having browser docs crash, which was weird. So here's 27.2. Basically, I was doing this, right, where I update the bar along the top based on which time zone is reaching New Year's. And I updated the CSS, and then when I hit OK, the browser docs restarted like this. There is no reason for the browser docs to crash like that. So I'm curious what's causing them to restart like that. But I can't reliably reproduce it in a way where I can actually debug it. So it's happening now on this particular instance. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. It's almost like the rendering... what's it called? The render process is crashing. Do I have any custom code on this one? I better not. Cool. Yeah. Let's open it up and see what happens, if I can reproduce it here. I hope your New Year's is going well, though. All right. Ah. Yeah, that's exciting. OBS WebSocket v5 is looking really good. I'm excited to see what that brings to the future. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the contents of this browser into my local build environment. So we're going to pop this in, this URL. That is not what's in my clipboard. That's better. And all the others are default, I think. Yes. Why did that not apply my custom CSS? There we go. I'm showing you behind the curtain here. Alright, so if we go into properties and I change this to 29, browser docs are fine. Now, if I connect... Let's connect Twitch. Let's switch to a Twitch profile. Is this not actually connected? No, it's not. Okay, Twitch. Yeah, Tommy, the Python UI really needs to be reworked anyway. It needs to be able to show warnings to the user as to, say, wrong architecture or invalid Python version found, stuff like that. There's a few things we could be doing better there, for sure. And if you have a way to change that up, that would be fantastic. Alright, let's go. Properties. Let's switch this to 28. And no crash. I don't know why this one's... I could try running this in... Alright. This is the downside of some OBS stuff. Oh, 9123 is probably already taken by this guy, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, that one's 1234. Excellent. Now, does this still happen? Now that I've changed this. No, it doesn't. I can try it out for sure. I don't know how much help I would be, because macOS is not my forte, and I have not experimented with WebSocket version 5. I've been keeping an eye on the updates, but not actually doing anything with it. We've got 40 minutes before MST. So I'm stuck basically here, because now I think it seems to be related to... Oh, there we go. I triggered it on that one. You know what? Can we... Data, OBS, plugins, OBS, browser... That doesn't have anything. Okay, sure. Do you want me to use an M1 native version of OBS, or do you want me to use the Intel version run through Rosetta? Because those are both things I can do. So this one is still crashing. So it's only when I do the CSS. No? And now it's fixed. It's random? Alright. Let's look. Localhost 9123. And we're going to look at... Not that one. Stream information. Titles and games? Correct, Tommy. And it yelled at me. Cool, that's the correct one. Now my guess is it's just gonna... I just have to keep trying until it's happy? Until it's not happy? ARM64 OBS with Intel Python. I don't know if I can install Intel Python on macOS ARM. I can try. Let's find out. I have links disabled. If you're in the OBS WebSocket Discord, I am going to enable DMs. Allow direct messages, yeah. So DM me. DM me the links. I'm just Wizard CM on there. I should show up near the top, right? Yeah, I should show up under OBS Project Star. ARM64 OBS with Intel Python. Oh, is that I can just download that, can't I? Python 3.9 macOS. Download Intel only. And we're going to have to open that with suspicious package. Oh, it does some funky stuff. Universal just ships both and then only installs the one that's relevant. So if you're running on Intel, it'll only install the Intel version. If you're running on M1, it'll only open the M1. Copy link. Paste and go. Oh, I'm not logged in on GitHub here. Well, that's unhelpful, isn't it? Okay. Which one did you want? The Universal? And get Mac OS. Alright. Alright, well, let's see what happens. So I've got OBS WebSocket macOS.zip, and that contains the package file. Cool. So we're going to go into desktop. Nah, you just generate an installer that supports both. So you wanted... Seems one of the dependencies isn't having a good time. See if OBS crashes. Alright, so you're using 2713 in that case. Documents, production builds, 2713. Oh, I need to redo that one, actually. I agree wholeheartedly, Root. Oh, I'm already running OBS. Right, that's right. I'm running 27.2. I don't need the OBS installer. I need the OBS WebSocket installer. Alright, what are we looking at here? Where are you going to install to? This does not tell me anything. Oi! Alright, so this is with the Intel version of OBS. That looks like OBS WebSocket 5 to me. Let's verify that. OBS WebSocket, I can has WebSockets version 5.0. Qt version 5.15.2, generating new server password module loaded. Okay, so good news. It launched. So it just worked out of the box for me. I didn't have to do anything special. I feel like this QR code should not just appear by default. I should be able to hide it first. Or it should warn me. So yeah, OBS 2713 Intel launches with the plugin just fine. Would you like me to try ARM native OBS? I doubt it'll work because I don't think plugins work cross architecture. Let me open Xcode over here, and while that launches, I'm going to turn on my aircon because it's 30 degrees in here now. I'm also going to refill my water, so I'll be right back. I have verified that it does not work cross-platform or cross-arch as I expected. Yep, OBS WebSocket, but wrong architecture. So, as expected. Gotta be somewhere. Yes, will have to be a separate build. Luckily, Mac does allow you to build cross-platform, so you can build ARM things on non-ARM, and that's how we do the OBS builds on a branch at the moment. It hasn't been merged to master yet. That is the plan after 27.2 is out. Alright. Yeah, there's a pull request by Pat the Mav, which will allow you to see how he does. He has a matrix in GitHub Actions, where it basically loops through each item in the matrix, and one of them is ARM, one of them is Intel. Or one is Apple, one is Intel. It's really clever, actually. Yeah, because then you don't have a bunch of code for the same platform but different architectures. You just have variables that change and it runs the whole thing a second time. Or like side by side, basically. Well, I now have OBS WebSocket 5 installed, so if I ever need that... Yes. I don't know if... Building a universal macOS binary. Ah, so it just does the binary, not the actual... Target CPU. This tells me nothing. Yeah, that just does the... I'm not sure. I would assume so. Platform support, here we go. Find themselves another platform transition. Most cases, this tool will just work. Rosetta is not pre-installed. Yeah, we know that. Product build, component. The macOS installer will evaluate the product's distribution under Rosetta 2 unless the Arch key includes ARM64. Some distribution properties may be evaluated differently, such as predicate specified by the sysctl requirements key. This tells me nothing. Ah, there you go. Starting on Big Sur, product build will automatically specify support for both unless a custom value is specified. So by the looks of it, yes. But I've never used those tools, so I can't tell you for certain. So, current status of remapping my keys. I have Command working. And I have Alt working. I do not have... Well, I don't have the... If you go... Go pull requests and then go author and then go down to P for Pat the Mav. He has a PR open called Add Capability for Native Apple Silicon and Universal Binary Builds. And then his branch is Universal-Build. So let me just pop this in the Twitch chat actually. And then you want to go .github workflows main. And then if you search for matrix, you can see under macOS build, strategy, matrix, Arch, x86 64 and ARM 64. And that way, if we search for matrix, it uses matrix.arch in a number of places. Everything else is the same. I think this is the icon I'm looking for. There we go, okay. So right now, I've mapped Control to Command. Alt is mapped to Option, which is not quite what I want. And then Windows key is mapped to nothing. So what are the buttons I'm looking for here? I'm looking for... That's not... In the Common X11 implementations, the key map has 4 columns. We don't use mode switch, but we use option instead. That's not the option I'm looking for. An internal function like X keysim to keycode, but only generated the Mac specific keycode plus the modifiers shift and option. Option mask. I'm lost. I just want to remap 3 buttons. Opt on the client computer will be interpreted locally, produces extended characters, but will also send the shift keysim for opt L and mode switched. Yeah, but that's not what I care about. The client computer will send keysim processes option command. From a VNC4 Mac parameters for command and option keys. That's still not what I'm looking for. Alright, let's quickly review this together. So on Linux from now on, we're actually going to be using Flatpak as our main distribution on platforms other than Ubuntu, or distros other than Ubuntu. And so because of that, we have to actually make sure that this stuff matches up with what we're doing on Windows and Mac. But if we go to here and OBS depths, we recently merged. No, I need commit history. Windows and FFmpeg on macOS. So, on Windows, we're using AOM. Did we change embed TLS on here? We're using 224.0 on Windows. 227. And on Mac, what are we using? Embed TLS on macOS is 226. I mean, if it works, I guess. Titan, who worked on this PR, messaged me saying that the Embed TLS version is particularly for wrist, which makes sense to me. Yeah, it is. I just have to send this here. Specifically, it's this branch. Cool. So, slightly newer Embed TLS version, which I will double check what the comment was. Wrist. Embed TLS is moved before wrist. Ah, so this isn't a change in version. Aha. We're already using that version. That's fine. Okay, I misunderstood. So we were already using a newer version of Embed TLS on Linux compared to other platforms. That's fine. Librist. Windows. Librist 027. Based on commit hash 0B11AF. Cool. AOM 320, which is based on hash 28716. Cool. SVT AV1 086 A5EC 26C. Okay, 15 minutes before MST. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to be able to stay in front of a computer long enough to hit the Western time zones. Oh, geez. I'm also going to check the config options after this. I'm just checking patch version numbers because those are the trickiest. FFmpeg. We're switching from archive to Git, which is correct, and we're switching to 441 with CC33E73. Different commit hash. It's probably fine. Their 441 tag is on 7. We're not using that either. Rather than creating second FFmpeg module, I use... Yep, that's fine.